Whitney Houston is one of the world's most successful female entertainers of all time. She entered the entertainment industry by touring nightclubs with her mother, while singing and modeling, until eventually signing her own recording contract and coming out with her debut album. From drug addictions to a troubled relationship with her husband, Houston's reputation was painted with a series of eventful ups and downs before she ultimately succumbed to her tragic death.
Born on August 9, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey, Houston almost seemed destined from birth to become a singer. Her mother and cousin were both legendary figures in American gospel, soul, and pop music. Cissy Houston was a choir minister at New Hope Baptist Church, and it was there that a young Houston got her start. Even as a child, Houston was able to wow audiences. She later told Diane Sawyer that the rapturous response from the congregation at New Hope had a powerful effect upon her. I think I knew then that was an infectious thing that God had given me. By the time she turned 15, Houston was performing often with her mother and trying to get a record deal of her own. Around the same time, she was discovered by a photographer who was wowed by her natural beauty. She soon became an extremely sought-after teen model, one of the first African-American women to appear on the cover of Seventeen magazine. But music remained her true love. When she was 19, Houston was discovered in a nightclub by Aretha Records' Clive Davis, who signed her immediately and took the helm of her career as a navigator from gospel to pop stardom. In 1983, Houston made her debut on national television, appearing in the Merle Griffin show to sing home from the musical The Wiz. She and Davis spent the next 2 years working on her debut album, finding the best producers and songwriters available to showcase her amazing vocal talent. In 1985, 20 years old Houston released her first album, Whitney Houston. It sold 20 million copies worldwide and became the biggest debut album in the history at that time. Her single from the album, I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me, entered the charts at number 1, the first single by a woman performer to do so. Her 1987 album, Whitney, broke the record for the most consecutive number 1 singles. In spite of these growing personal troubles, Houston continued to progress in her career, crossing over successfully into acting in 1992 by starring opposite Kevin Costner in the wildly popular movie The Bodyguard. With this project, she set a trend for the films to follow. Houston married fellow entertainer Bobby Brown in 1992. Their daughter Bobby Christina was born in 1993. The marriage lasted 16 years despite public rumors about discord between the couple. Several miscarriages and time both spent in rehab for drug and alcohol-related issues. Their turbulent marriage was documented in the reality television show Being Bobby Brown, which aired on the Bravo network during the summer of 2005. Houston contributed both time and money to charities that support AIDS research, black colleges, and veterans. In 1989, she formed the Whitney Houston Foundation for Children. In 1998, Houston released My Love Is Your Love, her first non-soundtrack studio album in many years, and it earned her another Grammy for the single It's Not Right But It's Okay. The album was not as successful as her previous full-length releases, though her collaboration with Mariah Carey in the animated film The Prince of Egypt produced a hit single, When You Believe, which won an Academy Award. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Houston's increasingly rocky marriage, struggles with drugs, and health problems threatened to derail her career. Several concert cancellations and a notorious TV interview with Sawyer in 2002, in which Houston appeared far too thin and in poor health, led many to speculate that she was on the verge of a breakdown. In early 2012, Houston was rumored to be experiencing financial trouble, but she denied this claim. Indeed, the artist seemed poised to a career upswing. Houston worked on the musical film Sparkle with Jordan Sparks, a remake of the 1976 movie about an all-girl musical group similar to the Supremes, and also reportedly had been approached to join the singing competition series The X Factor as a judge. Unfortunately, Houston did not live long enough to see the latest comeback reach fruition. Houston died at the age of 48 on February 11, 2012 in Los Angeles at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, where a Grammy party was being held by Davis. Houston had been seen out in the days before her death, including at one of the pre-Grammy parties. According to the report released by the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office on March 22, 2012, the official cause of her death was an accidental drowning. The effects of heart disease and cocaine found in her system were contributing factors as well.